What is going on, people? We are Tottenham TV. Spurs have been beaten 1-0 at Stamford Bridge in another pitiful away display, another really, really drab performance, little attacking threat, poor going at the back as well. Here with Barry to discuss what we saw over those 90 minutes. It was hard to watch those 90 minutes, to be honest. It was really, really hard to watch. We had... the first half, within 30 seconds, Chelsea had got in on our goal. Jackson with had a ball over the top from Chalobah. A bit lucky that Van de Ven gets there and he hits the post after a clearance ricochets off him. Didn't really stop there, the onslaught. It was kind of one-way traffic for most of that first half. Sancho forced a brilliant save out of Vicario, one-handed fingertips. Chelsea were getting kind of little... bits of joy down the flanks in between where our fullbacks should be. It was really poor. Second half wasn't much different. I think we had a little spell, probably just before we equalised, which obviously got ruled out, where we had a spell for about 10 minutes where we had a few moments. We had a goal out of nothing, which got ruled out for VAR. Other than that, it was just pitiful, really, really pitiful from Tottenham. The worrying thing, like going forward, just nothing, really, really little, to be honest, I saw today. The patterns weren't really there. Maddison barely really saw him. When he did get involved, he was looking good, but he didn't get involved anywhere near enough. Sonny wasn't there at all today. He had a chance near the end where he probably should have scored, which was saved by Sanchez. And Chelsea obviously got the goal through Enzo Fernandez. He scored the winner. A poor marking in the box between Van de Ven and Romero, both marking the same man, leaving Enzo free, and he just had a free header in the box. It's hard. It's really, really getting hard at the moment with this team and manager.
You look dejected, Sim.
It's hard to back up what I'm witnessing out there.
Well, look, to add insult to injury, there's reports that Ange cupped his ears to the away fans.
It's just ridiculous, yeah.
After they booed the Bergvall substitution, and then obviously there was that was at the time when Sarr scored that disallowed goal.
Well, obviously after that, they made the sub and the Spurs fans were singing, "You don't know what you're doing."
Yeah. And
then Sarr, a few minutes later, scored, so Ange seemed vindicated, and then obviously got ruled out. So he's got egg on his face, really.
Yeah, but... Yeah, and I think that's it. He's reacted to the away fans from their reactions, but it just wasn't good enough. And I think that chance for Son right at the end tells you everything that, I don't want to be right and don't want to be vindicated, but that just tells you that Son is, unfortunately, he would have easily, he didn't even get near it. He had to dive in and really had to go for it. So. Look, I just 16 defeats. The first time, 16 defeats out of 30. I think you said Sim 19 defeats. Well, I can see us getting a lot more than 19, which will then make it our worst defeats in the whole of the Premier League. Yeah, look, it wasn't a great game. Let's be honest, it wasn't a great game. I think both Spurs and Chelsea played their part in that. It wasn't just all on Tottenham, but Chelsea just did enough. They could have had more goals. Obviously, had that goal for offside. We had that one that was ruled off where Sarr fouled. I guess in another day, potentially could have got a red card, Sarr, there for that tackle, but obviously it was a yellow. And it's just again, it's disappointing. Going into, we've got Southampton, then we've got Eintracht Frankfurt at home, then we've got Wolves away, which we don't really do well at, and they're on back-to-back wins. Then we play the second leg. So, look, the games are going to come thick and fast, and I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. But we certainly need a result. And look, we saw what happened last time we went away to St Mary's. I don't think it's going to be 5-0. I think it will make it difficult.
Well, regardless what happens on Sunday, it's all about today. But I'm sorry. I like Ange. I think he is a good manager. But what are you thinking, reacting to the fans like that? You're trying to sort of foster some sort of unity in the last few games of the season. You're trying to kind of galvanize everyone when it comes to this. You've got the Europa League still to fight for, and you need to have a positive end to the season. If you're basically, look, the reality is you are fighting for your job. I think everyone knows that. He's fighting for his job right now, and reacting to the fans. I understand I don't agree with it, but I understand when he's walking by, fans shouting abuse at him, and someone says something that crosses the line and he reacts to it. I don't agree with that. I think he shouldn't be doing that as well. But when you're reacting to the fans singing "You Don't Know What You're Doing" by cupping your ear to the fans, and then you've been left with egg on your face, I don't know what he's thinking doing that after we equalise. I think that is an absolute bizarre kind of move, and it shows to me that he's almost battling against his own fans at the moment, and he's kind of feeding in to that toxic kind of away end that has been for the last few weeks, especially as the results are, and performances have been as they are. The atmosphere is only getting more and more toxic as fans look for someone to blame, and I get that. That's always going to happen, especially when you're in the position that we are in the league. 100%, but it's not, and cannot be reacting to that stuff. And I actually think it's ridiculous that he did that. Absolutely ridiculous. Have some humility. Like, I am one of his. I like him. I like Ange. I've defended him on other occasions, but I can't believe that he had the kind of balls to do that. Like, you've got us 15th or 14th in the league, and you're cupping your ears to the fans who are shouting things at you from the stands when they've been proven right, because we ended up with another defeat, and it was a foul anyway. I understand he probably felt vindicated when Sarr scored and all the fans were chanting "You don't know what you're doing," with Sarr coming on for Bergvall. But first of all, Bergvall was our best player, so I don't know why he was bringing him off. I didn't agree with that whatsoever. But obviously, if that goal would have counted, he might have felt, okay, well, these fans are chanting "You don't know what you're doing," and he's the guy I've brought on for Bergvall just scored, so I feel vindicated. But even if that's the case, you haven't done anything. If he's only scored an equaliser, maybe if he scores a winner, you've got something. It would have been 1-1 that point, and you're cupping your ear to your own fans, like you're basically saying, "I told you so." I mean. And we're 14th in the league. That's just absolutely bizarre and ridiculous. And I'm sorry, that's just unacceptable. You can't be doing that as the manager of Tottenham Hotspur when you should be fostering some sort of unity, not battling against your own fans. And I know it's not nice to hear your own fans on the sidelines singing "You don't know what you're doing." I'm sure that isn't nice. But you can't be reacting to that. At the end of the day, we are where we are in the league, and that's under his tenure. So he can't have the arrogance to do that when at this stage. I'm astonished. I'm actually in shock that Ange decided that was a good idea and thought that was. I'm shocked at his kind of thought process that he thought that was a good reaction to Sarr equalising at that point, even though it got ruled out. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. I'm gobsmacked. And apparently Son as well was seen shushing the away end when we equalised. I don't know if there's truth to that or not. There was a tweet about it. Again, I don't know how much truth there is to that. But if that's also true, you're our captain. What is going on at this football club? Our captain and our manager are shushing our away end and are battling, are fighting our away end, essentially. I think tonight reached a new low for in terms of the toxicity between the fan base and the playing staff, I think.
Do you want to say those words, Sim? You can say it.
What was your reaction to what happened?
My reaction to it just goes to show that he doesn't. Jamie Redknapp said it afterwards. There's a disconnect fan. He has no idea what is going on at this football club. He is. I get it. There are times in games, and there are times when we've all probably done it, and we've all been guilty of it, where we've reacted in the heat of the moment. Right? Nobody can sit there. Nobody in the chat. Nobody watching can sit there and say they haven't reacted to that. But there's got to be a point where you think, is this? I don't know. Is he trying to get himself sacked? Is he trying to get the payoff? Because he's not going to walk. So I don't know why he's trying to do it. And if Son has done it, to the away fans as well and shush the away fans, then, well, words just fail me, because everyone was sat here. I came on here and I said, Son is finished. If he's done that, he should be finished tonight. Him, Ange. Look, we all know what the problems at this football club, but can Daniel Levy just be Daniel Levy for a change and just do what he should have done months ago? Because at least then we've got some sort of chance going into next Thursday. Because at the moment, we are slowly walking into an absolute mess. And I don't know, papering over the cracks on Sunday is not going to fix it. We've failed to win in our last 4 games in the Premier League. Our longest winless streak was from the 22nd December to the 22nd of 26th of January, a run of 7 games. We've scored 3 goals in the last 3-4 Premier League games. 2 of them came in the Bournemouth game. It's just not good enough. Enough is enough. And we need... I know there's people that still back him. I know there's people that are sitting there going, you should support the players, you should support the team. I don't know how anyone can at this precise moment in time.
But I just think that action goes to his current mindset, and that's not a mindset that you can have as manager of this football club, where you're thinking that you've proven anything by making a sub, and you're I just can't believe it. I can't believe he's decided to do that. Like, all you're doing is causing more division, and all you're doing is wanting the fan. You're basically egging the fans on to want you to fail, essentially, when you're doing that, and you're basically causing division there. And that to me tells me that there's. I guess I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say, but it kind of tells me like he's given up kind of trying to win the support back of any kind of fans, and he's now only out there for himself, that kind of thing, and that's unacceptable. He's manager of Tottenham Hotspur. He shouldn't be out for himself when you're managing this football team, and when you're doing things like that, you're sending, I don't know what kind of message he thinks he's sending to the fans there. Like, you should be trying to, at that point, you should be trying to, like, I understand if you, like, do something like Conte does or whatever, you're, like, trying to G up the fans who just equalise, let's go again. But, but he's, like, saying, look how good I am. Look, I proved you all wrong. Yeah. And he's been absolutely left with massive egg on his face. Massive egg on his face with that, because the goal got ruled out and we end up with another defeat. And it's all those horrible stats that are bandied about, they're all there, and he's got to take responsibility for that. And yeah, honestly, I don't know anymore with this manager. I don't know.
You can say it, Sim. You're amongst friends.
I'm not amongst friends. Amongst rats.
The rats. The sinking ship. They're at Stamford Bridge, mate, about to get into the coach.
Honestly,
you can say it, Sim. You can absolutely say it. We're not gonna sit there and say we told you so. We know how you're
gonna cop your ear.
Yeah, I cop my ear.
You cop your ear.
Say what? Say what, Sim? Say what?
I don't care anymore, honestly.
So just say it, Sim. Ben's been wanting you to say it for weeks. Just say it, Sim. Ange out. That's all you have to say. Yeah.
I'm going to give him that Europa League run.
Oh, Sim.
I'm going to give him the Europa League run. But honestly, as soon as he's out of there, he's gone. He's gone. There's no point giving it to anyone else at this point, in my opinion, anyway. But I'm baffled, absolutely baffled. And I do wonder what kind of reaction he's going to get now when we're at the Tottenham Stadium on Sunday. All it's going to do is cause division. All it's going to do is cause division, what he's done. It's absolutely baffling.
Does it speak, looking ahead to Sunday, there's the protest as well. Does that tonight obviously helps it. It doesn't hinder it, does it?
I think you're going to see a lot more people at the stadium vocal about the manager now after that. I wouldn't be surprised. And obviously when you start doing that to the away fans, only goes one way usually. I think it's
Ange
inexcusable.
Ange Postecoglou on whether Spurs reached the required level tonight. We almost did. We tried to. I mean, what the hell is this from this manager?
All right. Well, look. It's time for you guys to have your say about what happened, what you saw today, about the what Ange did to the away fans, all these kind of stuff. The link is a link on the community section. Yep. The link's out now in the community section. So do get involved and have your voice heard about everything that's happened today and about what you think about everything Spurs. Got some super chat. Scorpion fans for life. I want him to say it. Ange out. No tactics. No clue. I'm sure a lot of you want me to say it. I can't defend what he's done. I can't defend that. Cannot defend that. Eric Denham says, apparently Ange cupped his ear towards away fans. I'll severely Ange in. Get this man out of our club. Disgraceful. Rich Frith says, it wouldn't have mattered if Sarr's goal counted. Ange reacting to the fans like a 5-year-old is a disgrace. He has to go tonight. It's hard to disagree. Hard to disagree at the moment.
Yeah, it's really...
You can't react
really
like that.
difficult.
You cannot react like that to your own fans. If it was the away fan, if it was the home fans doing it and he cupped his ear to the home fans who were singing that you're getting sacked in the morning and things like that, and he's cupping his ear, that would be like a cold Jose Mourinho-esque moment. But he's doing it to his own fans who are frustrated that we've lost so many games, and they're voicing their frustration, which they have the right to do. And he constantly says, you know, fans have the right to feel how they want, all these different things. And he goes and does that. I think it's absolute disgrace. Anup Narayan says 430 million in 2 seasons. He's dragged us down to relegation form, and some fans want to back him. He's the worst manager we've ever had.
Ange has just said VAR is killing the game, killing the spectacle.
Well, you know, you have your... I think VAR probably got both decisions right, but obviously the fact that it took, 4 minutes on the offside one.
And probably the same
on
on
the same on the foul.
Even though the foul was pretty clear, right? I get the offside one. It wasn't easy to do, right? But you could clearly see that was a foul straight away.
It was a foul. You can see it on the first viewing. Yeah. It's a definite foul.
I don't know why you needed to
hits him in the knee. It's not a great challenge from Sarr. Probably rightly booked as well. So he got the right decision. He says it's killing the game. It's not the same game as it used to be. The referee gave it, and then needed 6 minutes to rule the goal out for something. The VAR official that was clear and obvious. It's clearly, mate. It's madness. It's crazy, mate. Sorry, it's madness.
Yeah, apparently the after the post-match interview, he's arguing with the Sky journalist. It's it's one to watch.
What do you say?
No, it's just a lot of people saying about Marlon saying this interview's epic, and a few saying he's lost the plot. He's arguing with the journalist. So that'll be one to watch. I'm sure that'll be.
What's he said? Anyone know in the chat? Can anyone tell me what he said? I haven't been able to see. I was seeing his face, but I couldn't really see what he was saying. All right, let's get. I'll get some quotes when we get them, but let's start getting some fans on. Huh? Ah, well, can you put the Alex Humphrey says interview post match is hilarious.
What did you say, Alex?
Anyone know what he said?
What was Ange saying?
Ange lost his head in the interview and started arguing about agendas with the interviewer.
Agendason. We know where that's come from.
He said he was asking the fans to celebrate, not cupping his ears to them.
But that is different than that. No?
I guess I didn't see what he did. I've only heard a second-hand report.
Yeah. Someone said Ange said he needs Sim's context. Needed Sim there.
The link is in the chat now if you want to call in and have your voice heard. I'm trying to see where these quotes are. James Mann said they have every right. Fans have every right to be frustrated. It's still important to go over and see them. Haven't seen any quotes come out from this interview.
No, not yet. It says full quotes to come soon, but it's nothing coming out.
All right. Let's see what people have got to say for themselves. But I guess Ange will try and defend himself if he. I don't know. I don't know if there's video of it. I thought he did.
Well,
I know is
someone must have it.
Well, Jack Pickbrook was the only one who's been reporting it. But I don't know. Ange is saying he didn't do that. He said he didn't cup his ear. He was asking the fans to celebrate. I don't know. I haven't seen what he actually did. But if he did cup his ears, on Ange on the incident at the away end, he said no idea what you're talking about. The report says, did you look at the supporters? He says, yeah, I want them to be happy. We scored a cracking goal. I wanted them to cheer because they haven't had a lot to cheer about.